Hello everybody, welcome back to tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to cut and sew this beautiful lunch bag that you are seeing here. This is the inside and this is the outside pocket. This is it. So this is the lunch bag we are going to learn how to cut and sew today. It's a high capacity lunch bag. You can see it contains all this thing and there's still space in it. So I'm going to teach you without taking your time. Let's get started. So this is the leather we are going to use. The measurement is 9 inches. So what I'm going to do now, I'm folding it into 2 equal parts. I'm going to get the middle to notch it both up and down. So this is it. Now I want to sew my handle. The measurement of this handle is 10.5 inches. So I've already notched the middle of the handle. So I'm just match it midpoint to midpoint. Then I'm going to sew the handle. So I'm trying to make sure that the other part is aligned very well before I continue my sewing. So you can watch the way I'm sewing it. So this is what I have. What I did there, I'm going to repeat it on this second part. So I'm done sewing my handle now. So I want to notch the other side also. So what it means that I'm notching it, the front, the back, and the 2 sides. So this is it. So now I'm going to get the lining I'm using. This is the lining I'm using for it. I'll put it on my lining. I'm going to pad it, so the foam has to be at the middle. I'll put my foam, then I'll get my piping cord. I'll start from the back and pipe it round. I will do some on this one also. This is the base, so I'm going to pipe it round also using this part of the lining. I'll put it there and pipe it round. So after piping it round, this is what I have. I'm going to keep this aside. We are going to work on the main body now. So this is the main body of this lunch bag. The wideness I'm using is 9 inches. I'm using 9 inches by, just watch it, 22.5. That is what I have here for my leather. So I'm going to fold it into 2 now. I want to get the middle of this leather. So from the middle of this leather, I'm going to take 6 inches and 3/4. 6 inches and 3/4 on both sides. That's what I'm measuring now. That point that I'm marking now is the side. This is the side, this is the side. So at this point now is where I'm going to sew my handle. So I'm going to get, before I sew my handle, I want to sew my pocket. So when I did the length is 7 inches and the wideness of this pocket is 6.75 inches. So when you're doing your own, please, you can reduce it because after sewing mine, it went up. So I don't think that you would like your pocket to be as up as mine, so you can reduce it. So now I'm trying to get the middle of this pocket. So I will put it midpoint to midpoint. I left like 1.5 inches down there. Then I'll sew it round. So this is my pocket now. I'm done sewing it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to sew the handle. This is my 1-inch belt. I've already notched the midpoint at the down part, so I'm going to put it midpoint to midpoint. Then I will sew it. What I did on this one is what I'll do on the other side. So I've put it midpoint to midpoint, then I will sew it. So this is what I have after sewing it. So I'm going to sew the long strap on this side. So the measurement of this my long strap is 48 inches by 1.5 inches. That's the wideness. So this is it. Now I'm done sewing it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew my zip cloth. I'm using size 5 zip cloth for this lunch bag. So I put my zip cloth right side facing my leather, then I put my lining on top of the zip cloth. That's my lining is facing the wrong side of my zip cloth. Then I will arrange it and sew. As I sew, I arrange. As I sew, I arrange. So that's what I'm doing here now. As I sew, I arrange. You don't need to be in a hurry when you are making all these things. Take your time. All you want to get is at the end of this, you get a good result. So this is I'm done sewing it. Now I want to flip it over. I will flip it over, arrange it very well, and top stitch on it. Arrange it very well. Then I'm trying to top stitch on it now. As I sew, I arrange. You arrange your lining under. Don't allow your lining to be twisted. As you sew, you arrange it. Make sure that both the lining and the leather are lined together. So that's what I'm trying to do. Because if your lining get twisted, it will show inside, and their work will not be well. It will not be fine. So this is me trying to arrange it and top stitch it. So this is it. I'm done top stitching it. This is what I have. You can see it. So now I'm going to fix my zip head. I've fixed one already, so I'll fix this second one. So after fixing it, the next thing I'm going to do is to insert my foam inside, in between my leather and my lining. Then I will stitch it close. I will top stitch my leather on my lining. I'm going to sew it round. So that's what I'm doing now. As you sew, you arrange. Like I said, don't allow it to be twisted. So this is what I have. Now I want to sew the back. The measurement of this back is 6 inches by 10. Remember that my leather was 6 inches by 9 inches. Then now my back is 10 inches. So I'm going to put it. The leather will face my leather, right side facing each other, while my lining will be under. I will sew. So this is it. I'm done sewing it. This is what I have. So I flip it over this way. I want to trim off the excess lining that I have here. If I don't trim it off, it will be excess inside after sewing. Now I'll move my leather to leather. You see the way I did it? Right side facing each other, right side of my leather. Then I'll fold this a little, flip my lining over it, arrange it very well, and sew it together. You see what I'm doing? So after sewing it, this is what I have now. So I'm going to gently pull out the body of my lunch bag. Just gently pull it out. So after pulling it out, the back, I need to close it both up and down. So and I need to pad it. So I want to put my foam inside the back now. After putting the foam inside, I will stitch it close both up and down. So I put it on my machine and stitch it close. As you sew, you arrange. So after stitching it at that down part, I'll trim off the excess lining there. So I will also stitch it at the up part here. So after sewing it, this is what I have now. Now I want to notch the midpoint. I will bring it joining to joining that place that I joined the main body with the back. Bring it together and notch my bag. I will notch it at the 4 corners. I will notch the back. I will notch the front also. So arrange it very well, pull it out, make sure that it's well relaxed. Then I will notch. I will do same on the other side. Arrange my leather very well, my body very well. Then I will also notch it at this point. I'm going to turn to the other side and do the same thing. Make sure that the 2 points that you join it together meet each other, then you notch. So now is the time to sew down to the main body. So the place that I tape it down has to be at the back. So first thing, you have to notch it. So I'm trying to notch it, and even this particular base, I'm going to notch it up or at the four corners. That's up, down, and center. So this particular point will be down. Where I tape the cord will be down. So I put it down, midpoint to midpoint. Then I'll put the front, midpoint to midpoint. So I will arrange it very well. If you do the right thing, everything will align. You can see I'm not having any excess at all. Everything aligned. So now I'm going to sew it round. After sewing it, I will tape it at once. I will bring the up also, put it right side facing each other. See, the handle have to be by the side. The handle have to be by the side. So what you will do now to get the side is you have to bring the back and front midpoint together, then you notch the side. Make sure that the two midpoints are together. That is the way you will get your side. You see, it's midpoint to midpoint. You arrange your back very well and notch the side. So now that I'm done notching the side, I'll put my strap inside and put the cover. Make sure that that handle side is by the side. You match the notch points together. Back and front notch point also, you match it together. That's what I'm trying to do now, matching everything together. So I'm going to sew it round. After sewing it round, I will tape it at once. So this is what I have after sewing it and taping it round. So let's turn it to the right side. Our lunch bag is taking shape. So if you have not followed me on Facebook, please kindly follow my page, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do so. I also have trainings on school bags and lunch bags that are going on now. If you want to join any of my training, please WhatsApp me on the number that is being displayed here. So now I'm trying to sew my strap. I'm trying to fix my strap to the adjuster. Now I will sew it, but before I sew it, I want to burn the tip so that it will not loose from there. So I'm going to sew it now. So this is our lunch bag now. That's the inside, and this is the pocket. Like I said, when you are doing yours, bring down the pocket a little. It's too high here. So now let's check the capacity. You can see it contains all this, and there is still excess there. So thank you for watching. Please share and also follow.